Hi, I'm Hannah. Welcome to my channel. I found financial independence, retire early, also known as the FIRE movement, about 6 years ago. I was living in Colorado and I was working in a nursing home, and I was 2 years out of physical therapy school. And I had switched jobs multiple times by that point, trying to find something I liked. And nothing was satisfying me. I was burnt out. I was working insane hours, and I really did not like my job. Now, I loved my patients. I loved treating people and helping people, but healthcare is crazy. And I knew at that moment that I had to find a way out. I had to find something that allowed me to have more time in my life. I also knew I wanted to make more money than I was getting paid. I had some debt, and I really am the type of person that I hate having any sort of debt. So I started getting my finances in order, and I read the book, I'll Teach You to Be Rich. And that book was amazing, but there was a tiny little blurb in there about these crazy people who save 50% or more of their income and retire early, like in their 30s or 40s. And I was like, oh my God, like this is possible. Like I don't have to work till I'm 63. And at that point, I really, something lit underneath me. I was so pumped to just pay off my debt and start investing, because that's realistically what you have to do. Of course, there's always real estate too, but so that's what I did. I started paying off my debt, and I was about $50,000 in debt with student loans, and I think I had a car loan, and I bought furniture, so I took a interest-free credit card out, so I had that. But over the last 6 years, I paid that debt off and I started investing. And then 2 years ago, I met my husband, and I'm skipping through a lot of things that happened in those 6 years, which I'm sure I'll cover in later videos. But my husband and I sat down and we discussed what FIRE was, and it took him a little while to kind of get on board because he really didn't have a budget. He didn't have the urgency that I did to retire early, and I wanted to make sure he was on board before we moved forward with anything. So long story short, he eventually did his own research and decided like this was something he definitely wanted to do. And when he is set on something, he goes from like 0 to 100. So moving forward, a year later, we paid off his $65,000 of debt, and we now have a net worth of about $385,000. And our goal is to pay off all of our debt. We just have one more debt in our names. But realistically, it's a really low interest debt, and we're really focused on investing because I'm 36 and he's 34. And we know that it takes time to compound interest on our investments. So that's what we are doing. And our goal is to retire in our early 40s. Now, the reason why I'm telling you all this is because we are starting this YouTube channel to document our journey. Now, we don't have everything figured out, and we are going to be recording our highs, our lows, and everything in between. And we really hope that we do get input from other people, but we also hope to inspire other people. We know what it's like to be in a job where you feel like you can't escape and you're just grinding through the day and you feel hopeless. And I feel like if more people knew about the FIRE movement, then maybe things would shift in their lives. And so if we could just inspire one person, like I would be super happy about that. Also, we had a baby almost 5 months ago, and that really pushed us to save and invest even more. We absolutely adore our baby, and we want to spend every single moment with him we can. And FIRE is going to allow us to take back our time and really spend as much time as we can together. Now, just like thinking about, I had this realization like a year or so ago of like, we spend more time with our coworkers than we do with our family. And for me, my family is everything. And I love spending time with my husband. I love spending time with my baby. And I want to be able to go travel when I want. I want to have the option to homeschool my child if I want to. And ultimately just have my time to do what I want to do. So on this channel, we're going to be talking about financial independence. Now, we don't necessarily want to fully retire when we're in our 40s, but we do want to semi-retire and have work optional. So that's our goal. On this channel, like I was saying, we're going to be talking about financial independence. We're going to be talking about budgeting. We're going to be talking about investments and our plan to get to financial independence. So I really hope that you subscribe and follow along our journey, and we will see you in the next one. Thank you.